All right. So we have Ninja Gaiden 4. If you do not know, I like Ninja Gaiden. I like the story. I like the games. I like the characters. I like the gameplay, the action. Um, there's a lot of controversy on Ninja Gaiden 4, and I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why. Most of the folks that I see that are upset about Ninja Gaiden 4 um come from either the Souls side of the world, where they expect to be god gamers at a completely different corner of gaming, where Souls games and or Souls like and Ninja Gaiden action games are not at all similar. It doesn't mean you can't be good at both, but it doesn't mean that the things transfer over one to one. Is kind of what I'm getting at there. And then it's also, some hardcore OG Ninja Gaiden folks that can't handle change. Now, I will admit, when I played Ninja Gaiden 4, I played it very briefly on stream, and I will admit very much that I was a little upset at the beginning because it was so much faster than I wanted it to be. And I love, love, love Ninja Gaiden Black. I love, love, love Ninja Gaiden 2. And uh, Three Razor's Edge, I think, is fun. I'm just not very good at it, and I haven't spent the time to get better at it. So that one's kind of like okay for me. But NGB and NG2, I definitely have sunk a lot of time into. And so those are kind of like what I enjoy. And I like the Ninja Gaiden DS game, which is similar in the aspect of like a lot of the mechanics are similar in that game, but it's way different because it's a DS game with a stylus. Side tangent there. And I played Ninja Gaiden 3 when it came out on release and did co-op with my buddy. That was my first co-op Ninja Gaiden game because I was an Xbox boy. We didn't have PlayStation, so I couldn't play Sigma 2 until I got my own PS3 when I was an adult. Anyway, small tangent over on that. So, anybody that's upset about Ninja Gaiden 4 has the right to be upset, but I would really like, and maybe this goes into a larger conversation on the internet, but if you don't like something and other people do, who cares? Let people like the new thing. It's a good action game. I did come back and play it offline on my own all the way through. I played it on Game Pass. It's on Game Pass. Why wouldn't I play it? I'm a big Ninja Gaiden fan. And I played it and beat it all the way through. And there's some fun little lore notes for someone like me that, talks about the lore and knows about it. But as a game in general, I thought it was fun. The story was what you would expect for Ninja Gaiden. No one goes into Ninja Gaiden really hoping for a great story and deep lore, even though they do have some nuggets on there for that. But it's the action, it's the bosses, it's the enemies, it's the characters, it's the weapons. I think the only things other than I needed to adapt to this isn't Ninja Gaiden Black 2.0 or Ninja Gaiden 2 2.0, right? This is a different Ninja Gaiden game. This is a different game. It's a different action game made by different folks. Either you like it or you don't. And I liked it enough to go and say I would recommend it. I'd recommend it for folks if you can get it on sale. I would obviously recommend that for any game. If you are like on the fence and you are a Ninja Gaiden fan, I would check it out. You're probably gonna like it. There's different challenges that you can do. There's the different there's like chapter challenge, and then there's the other like arenas that you can do to go face off and do like unlock different things and whatnot. And yeah, I would, if you're an action game fan in general, I would check it out. But if someone likes something that you don't, who cares? Go move on. You don't have to advocate for your point because people like something versus people don't. Like, If anyone spends that amount of time on it, you're spending too much time. That's too much energy to go argue on something that you clearly don't like. Why would you keep talking about it? So I would say, as someone that has done Ninja Gaiden Black and Ninja Gaiden 2 speedruns, and made power scaling videos on Ryu and lore videos on Ninja Gaiden in general, and Neo and Dead or Alive, like things that are all related, connected in there, and then on action games in general, I've played Devil May Cry, I've played all the Bayonetta games, I've played Vanquish. Like, I don't know, I can think of other ones, I'm sure, but like, it's a good action game. It's fun. Now, granted, I didn't go do the higher difficulties, and I think that's more just me over time, just wanting to enjoy the games and not get frustrated, and not wanting to do the grind anymore as much, unless I am like really hooked on the game. But Ninja Gaiden 4, I did enjoy a lot, and that's my piece on what my thoughts are on Ninja Gaiden 4. If you have Game Pass and it's still on there, check it out. If you're waiting, put on your wish list, wait for a sale. That's it. That's my piece on Ninja Gaiden 4.